Hey everyone, and welcome to this week ahead video, just on the general energy forecast for this week. But as for this present moment, know that the energy is being cleared and cleansed. If you feel like your energy is a bit heavy or things aren't going as planned, the universe just wants to say this is how it needs to be, and it's part of the process of getting you what you want and getting you where you need to go at a soul level. So even though things may not feel right, or you could just feel a bit bummed and you don't know why, it's because there's, at a subconscious level, things are being removed from you. When you're sleeping at night, you're going to visit your guides and your ancestors and jumping timelines and going to past lives. Like, it's just, the energy is chaotic, especially if you're waking up tired. That's the reason. There's a lot going on while you're asleep. So you could be feeling just, I'm just a bit tired, I'm a bit bummed out, I don't really have a reason, or I feel like life is flatlining. That seems to be the general feeling right now. And let's just try and enjoy the good days and the not so good days. I know it's easier said than done, but remember that you're a spiritual person and you're here to have this experience. And one of the things we need to, if you haven't already, learn is to integrate our shadow side and just go, I can't feel good all the time. And the people that pretend to feel good all the time are bullshit. It's bullshit, because we can't. Energies change all the time. The aspects between the planets change all the time. You know, to understand energies of life. That's why a lot of people study astrology or into astrology, because it's just the way of life. Things can't always be good. Things won't always be bad. Certain things we have control over, like our choices and what we make in each and every moment. Sometimes we struggle with harder choices, you know, but we have choices at the end of the day. We have the choice to do something different. Even if certain things are out of our control, we still have options, some of them small, some of them not at all, but we can create the options. So I don't want to go too long about this, but it's just a strong message that's coming through. Very heavy energy of that. So let's get some angel messages. Earth angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. And that's the thing, like, the angels know, well, they're looking after you for one. And a lot of you speak to them anyway. So there's a message there that's hovering around you. You've been hearing it, but you've not been hearing it. You hear their little whispers, or you get the general feelings drop into your heart. You know what you need to do, what's right for you. And sometimes, or a lot of the time, it's not always the easiest decision. Kind of liked it on that angle. Is it? We don't always feel like it's going to be. It's really struggling. I feel like someone's really struggling. Really struggling with their words, or really struggling with the situation. It's just a choice right now. And sometimes, and it could be that we just come out of, just before I started filming this, we've come out of the Libra moon energy. And Libra energy can be very indecisive, sorry. And a lot of the struggle is within being indecisive. And sometimes, even if we just make a choice, at least we've made a choice. Don't worry about things being the right choice sometimes. Don't do your head in, drop into your heart, and you'll get the answer that way. Your angels want to tell you what's right for you. They're showing you what's right for you. You know what's right for you, but it just might feel hard to do because you're not used to doing that a certain way. And take time to breathe. This is a really good time for not doing a lot, really. Don't put in so much action into things. It's a real rebuilding year this year. When so much is going on around us, we're going to feel more drained because we pick up on everything. So really, like, one of the top tasks this year to do is to do nothing. Do what you enjoy, but there shouldn't be, and I don't usually like that word, I can't, for lack of a better word, there shouldn't be that much focus towards actioning certain things. It should be like a gentle energy of going with the flow and being led to answers and not forcing it. So not so much Mars energy, and trust your vibes. Really hearing it, we really just need to trust ourselves, and we're being shown the way. But sometimes if we're too in our heads, we're not going to hear it. So when we take time out and just breathe, have fun, do the things that we love doing, that's when things are a lot clearer. You know, say if you're choosing between, I don't know, 2 people or 2 jobs or whatever, you know which one's the right one. You already know which one's the right one for you. If it's time to move on, if it's time to not. Self-employment. So some of you are already working towards that, and this might be the thing. You might be feeling like, I keep hitting brick walls. I don't know what to do next. It's because you're not meant to do anything next. Like, this time is meant to be for you. For you enjoying yourself. And that's when things become a whole lot clearer. As frustrating as the ego will find it, you know, and it could tell you no. You know, you're already programmed to do action. We've been programmed since school to be on a schedule and do action. And now we're unlearning all those things because it's toxic for us. We're not built that way. You know, at a soul and spiritual level, we're not. And then when you have your awakening and the longer you've been on it, you're like, I don't want to follow that 9 to 5. It just makes me feel sick. I don't want to get up today. My energy's all over the place. You know, you're just having one of those days where you just need a rest, right? And how can you do that in a 9 to 5 capitalist society? So all you can do is just chill. And it's almost like as if by magic, things are going to sort themselves out. And then when your mind's quiet and you've taken the time and you've taken that edge off of, I need to action more and more and more. You'll have guided action, but don't do it from that Mars force energy. It should be from the feminine flow energy of, yeah, in my heart, this feels right. And trust yourself more. And if you're doing readings for yourself, trust yourself more. When we learn to accept, I'm too tired to do things right now, or this doesn't feel right, we actually cultivate this energy of self-worth. And see how she's just resting and chilling and looking after herself, the mermaid. Cleansing waters. Water represents emotions. We've got the moon there too. We've got the full moon in Aquarius. About to rock up in a week or so. Like, really value yourself, your time, your energy, your space. Remember to do your cleansing rituals as much as you can. 1 to 2 times a day if you have the time. And a lot of the time, if we do feel tired and energetic, like if you're in a busy, say you work in a hospital, you know, you're picking up on everyone's vibes around you. You need to cleanse yourself and obviously with water, but also the energy in the air around you. So do that with incense and candles as well. You can burn off that energy. It can be a small ritual. It doesn't have to be something massive, but try to be consistent with it and it'll help boost your energy. I've got the center stage card here. These are my belly dancing cards. It says, the dance of life urges me to take center stage. I utilize all my talents. My full potential shines. I can achieve anything. This is giving me Leo vibes. So you could have Leo in your chart. This life is meant for you. You know that. We all know that. I'm just like your reminder. So really this week, question, are you doing what you want to do? Now, you don't need to have an answer. You don't need to have the quick fix for it. But Spirit just kind of wants you to just journal on or think about, am I doing what I want to do? Sometimes just asking yourself those uncomfortable questions, even if you're like, well, no. Well, yeah, then you feel better, right? But even if it's no, I'm not doing everything I want to do. Just acknowledging that to yourself takes the pressure off and then leaves this open channel for Spirit to get to you to tell you, okay, well, you need time to breathe right now. You need to trust yourself. You need space and time for just some reflection. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. But you need to think about what makes you feel good. Oh, and is there a line on there? Was there a line? Oh my God. So like in the reflection of the camera, I can see a lion. But when I look at the card, I can't. See the eyes and ears. And I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm just feeling people just need to breathe. Do some breath work as well. I just feel, what? Such heavy energy. Not cool. I'll have to open up my house after this. I just feel like I can't breathe. Whew. Might just be a collective energy. And that might be something you're experiencing wherever you go. You just feel that heaviness. And the really best way to release that too is nature. What else for this week ahead? Happy birthday. I was just reading this card. I honor my emotions and I cherish the moments of surrender. I open my heart to its deeper embrace, which is what we were discussing anyway. Really lots of self-love practices, listening to ourselves, saying I feel good today. I've been saying, you know what, today I feel shit, and that's okay. Peacock. And I look another card about shining. So I feel like a lot of you are going to have some really cool breakthroughs this week. And a form of self-acceptance and acknowledgement and realizing how special you really are. And we're all here to shine. You've got your special talents, and if you like journaling, that might be a good thing to journal on today. What are my talents? What are my light worker abilities? What are my healer abilities? What do I love doing? How do I want to help people? How do I help myself? You know, and that's going to lead to the answers of the self-employment. Some of you are probably already doing this anyway, but you might be wanting to take your business to the next level. There's a lot about worth, so skunk here, know your worth, and just stink on anyone that tries to put you down. And you guys already know. You, at an empathetic level, you know when you can tell people we can share good news, and when you can't, because people just get jealous. We're such old souls with so many talents and skills that we brought into this lifetime. And other people, they might have the same, but they've got that on the off switch this lifetime. That threatens these people. That makes them feel like they're not doing enough. You know, I used to have this friend and she was great, and we both, when I used to be in health and safety, back in the day, that's how we met. She was going on maternity leave and I took over a job for her. You know, we were friends for ages and we were quite spiritual together. But as soon as I started writing years ago and I started on Instagram, and I was like so proud, I'm like, look, you know, she was always supportive and we did some spiritual things together. I was like, look what I did. This is my page and people are liking what I'm writing. I never heard from her ever again. We were friends for about 10 years. Never heard from her again. We'd been through so much together, you know, and yeah, people just don't like to see people shine. And it's shit, because what I feel at intuitive level for her, she was a little bit scared of it, yeah, but she would still try. She was brave, you know. But I think she felt like, I don't have that capacity to do that. She did, but she just had other priorities, you know, and it's off-putting to people when you achieve so much. Like, having so much shine and so much passion really intimidates people, because they don't know how to access their own yet, because they're on their journey. But that doesn't mean that you can't shine. I've even found myself recently, well, maybe the last couple months, I've just stopped talking to people and telling them what I do. I'm like, I'm just sick of it. Like, you know, people just don't get it. And also people aren't interested. So, you know, you might be going through a similar thing. And I feel like a lot of us have just turned off our shine, and looks like we're getting the notification to switch it back on. If you want to, and I'm just hearing, don't accept what you don't want. Don't accept those small offers. Know your worth, accept better. You know, I mean, skunks are cute, yeah, but you probably wouldn't want one as a pet. You'd be like, I kind of want something that doesn't stink. I'm gonna get, I don't know, I don't like cats. I mean, animals do smell at the end of the day, but you know what I mean? You might make a different choice, a better choice. And that's kind of what's coming out. So there might be a choice that you have to make this week. Let's see what this card has to say. Reminds me of green Tara. I create a beautiful space of tranquility. My outer world reflects my spirit. Harmony dances elegantly through my life. It's talking about calling in a lot of peaceful information from the universe. I don't even know why I said information. So obviously I just channeled that. So if you can take some time to do some channeling this week and get the messages from the angels and your guides, and maybe calling green Tara. I have done some work with her. She's very great. She's very, very gentle. Very, very friendly and kind. And, you know, obviously, I feel like I'm always saying this is so Virgo of me, but this is the message I was channeling before I started the video too. It was like, they keep on telling us to cleanse our space. Cleanse it, cleanse it, cleanse it. Obviously the energy and stuff, but also getting rid of that stuff you don't need anymore. Like, I just find more, I've only lived in this house for 5 years since I built it. I've got so much crap. I'm like, how do I even have this? It's amazing the stuff you find. It's like, I don't need this anymore. I haven't worn this in, I don't know, forever. I'm never going to wear it. You know, I had so many new clothes that I hadn't even worn. And I'm like, I'm never going to wear this again. So I just gave it all to the good Sammies. You know, oh, so many clothes. And that's the other thing, the message I was getting, as a reminder to you guys. I hate these messages. It makes me sound like such a nag. Is, do you really need it? If you're buying something just for the sake of buying something, they're really asking you to just, you know, hold off, even if it's for 24 hours, or put it on hold or something, because they're saying that we're buying out of our old programming and not because we need it. And then obviously, yeah, you accumulate stuff over time, and then you look at things, you're like, I don't even really like that, or I don't even want that. Or if you can sell some stuff, sell some stuff. They really want us to clear a lot of our clutter. There's a lot of trapped energy and stored emotions in objects. Even like when I bought this amazing, I always wanted one of those pillar crystals. And I got it recently and I just thought, yes. I'm just like, I'm so happy now. I wanted one for so long. And then my guides are like, but are you though? And I'm like, I want another one. And they're like, see how it's like insatiable desire for something else? I would get another one. I'd be like, oh, and then I'd be like, oh, what else next can I buy? You know, they're really asking us to stop that. And same with the cards, unfortunately, for me. They're like, you channel, you don't need cards as much, stop buying cards. But no, stop telling me what to do. Here comes the rain, cleansing rain. Literally, we've had so many storms the last 2 weeks. It's been freaking crazy, and flooding in some of this city suburbs too. Nuts. We had a boat. That's good. It is very cleansing. You know, it helps clear the heavy energy. Definitely need that around here. So yeah, they're just like, check yourself before you wreck yourself type energy. Just hold off purchases. Obviously, like, we're out of a Mercury retrograde now, finally. Oh yeah, by the way, Chiron's gone into Aries. I did want to know what that was about, because I'm like, man, we're always healing. Sorry, Chiron's in retrograde. Let's quickly find out what that means, because I didn't try to get a message on that one beforehand. Just a little bit. What about Chiron retrograde? Spirit has you back. What's the energies going to be like? Well, speaking of cat, independent. Seeing the bigger picture. What's this about? Soul level, be at home, take the lead. A lot of leadership, and we've got loyalty. Yeah, what are you loyal to? So this is what's going to come up. What are you being loyal to? I feel like the trajectory that you've had for your life purpose is changing. You're just kind of like, you're in your ship, so it's like slow progress, right? And it's just starting to go, oh, I'm just going to take this course, and slowly drifting, and therefore you're not seeing it. But there's a few things that you're going to change about it. You're going to make it your own, or you're going to add on something to whatever you're already doing. There's something that's about to change. There's an idea that wants to come in. It's that whole listening to ourselves and listening to our heart. I don't think it's going to be anything major. I know we're always going through a heavy energy cleansing. We're always learning, blah, blah, blah. Same shit really, day in, day out, right? And that's why we've been asked to relax more, because it's really worn us down. I see with like this, the antlers, like it's just this, there's a really cool message that wants to come in, that wants to be told to you. If you're working with the Ascended Masters, specifically, you know, if it's Archangel Michael, he's great. He comes in loud and clear. If you've got your favorites that you work with them. But I feel like he really wanted to, he's always here. And the thing is, we've been receiving messages a lot easier, because we're elevating a lot in our consciousness and in the frequency, energy frequency. We can hear, you know, the spiritual realm a lot easier. I'm hearing my guides a lot. Obviously, they don't give me straight answers, because I'm here to learn and figure things out for myself. But sometimes when I'm trying to figure things out and I'm asking questions in my head, that's when they talk back to me. And it's like, you know, they're just like, yeah, or have you considered this? I'm like, there's messages there. So rest and connect with the spirit realm more during this Chiron retrograde. And that's going to let go of some of these different ascension symptoms, the heavier energy. You'll feel more connected to yourself. You'll learn to trust yourself more. You'll learn to trust spirit more. Like, it is a pretty good time. But it's a lot about connecting back to the self, connecting back to the heart space, connecting to your guides. You know, your heart is where you channel from. And those that have done my channeling course will know all about that. A lot of inner child work too. I'm just hearing patience. I really feel like for me, I'm learning that. I've learned that a lot this year. And it always comes through hard lessons, right? It's when we're feeling the most impatient. It's when we learn how to be patient. It's like, okay, got it. Stop being a brat at a candy store. I just feel like there's a lot of clarity that's going to come through to you. So enjoy this week, everyone. Have an awesome time, and don't forget to like and comment, and I'll see you soon. Bye.